Two Vancouver city councillors say they want to regulate magic mushroom shops in the city. Pete Fry says he and fellow Green Party councillor Adrian Carr are introducing a motion to create a regulatory framework for certain psychoactive substances, the same way the city regulated pot shops before weed legalization.
We have these shops popping up all over Vancouver. We have an obligation to ensure that if they're going to be there and the police aren't prosecuting them, the Crown's not prosecuting them, and nothing's really stopping them, we should at least ensure that they're done in a way that's kind of considerate of the wider community.
Fry says regulations could include minimum distance from elementary schools and rules around signage. He says the motion follows a March business license hearing that saw him and Carr reinstate the license of the medicinal mushroom dispensary on Broadway against city staff recommendations.
But it did really point to the fact that there is no sort of regulatory framework for mushroom dispensaries, which are popping up like mushrooms around Vancouver and indeed around North America.
Fry says there are close to 24 magic mushroom dispensaries in the city. 3 of them are owned by Dana Larson, including the medicinal mushroom dispensary on Broadway.
This is exactly what Vancouver did with cannabis dispensaries in the years before legalization. If the city of Vancouver and the people of Vancouver want to get control over shops like this, want to have some say in where they operate and how they operate and what standards and regulations we follow, the only way to do that is through licensing and regulation.
But an ABC Vancouver city councillor who was the third and lone vote against reinstating the license of Larson's shop says while he's willing to acknowledge the significance of the national conversation around magic mushrooms, the rules are already laid out.
You cannot sell these products in Canada at this time until they are legally able to do so. Then these businesses that are basically breaking the law. And at the end of the day, we have much more important priorities: housing, public safety. The public is asking for these things. They're not asking for us to debate national issues in the city of Vancouver.
ABC Vancouver has a majority on City Council, which is set to consider the motion on April 10th.
I'm very confident that regardless of what the decision is, in 2 years, there'll be more of these kind of shops in the city than there are now.
In Vancouver, Monika Gul, City News.